Today's news. OSCE parliamentary election observers arrive in Azerbaijan. Kyrgyz ombudsman holds press conference in his Baku visit. Blogosphere 2010 adopts 20 proposals. Electoral Commission does not recognize electronic signature. On September 28th, the OSCE Office for Democratic Institutions and Human Rights officially announced the opening of the observation mission for the November 7th parliamentary elections. The mission consists of 16 international experts from 11 OSCE countries and is led by British Representative Audrey Glover. 22 additional long-term observers of the mission will be dispatched this weekend to operate in 11 regions. An additional 450 short-term observers will arrive in Azerbaijan shortly before the election. The mission will evaluate the elections in accordance with Azerbaijan's international obligations and national legislation. The mission will pay special attention to the competition environment, Glover said. Glover also noted that it is necessary to establish equal opportunities for each candidate's access to mass media and campaign meetings with voters. We will also pay attention to the implementation of OSCE Office for Democratic Institutions and Human Rights recommendations by state agencies, Glover added. The OSCE mission will also monitor the freedom of assembly in Azerbaijan, especially the assembly of meetings in the center of Baku. Glover described the imprisonment of journalists and 2 bloggers as a concerning factor. Free media is an important component of democratic elections, and we will attentively follow the situation, he said. Glover refused to comment on the pre-election situation, citing that he has been in Azerbaijan for only 2 days. The OSCE Observer Mission will compile 2 interim reports prior to the elections. An initial evaluation will be publicized 1 day after the voting process, and a final evaluation will be publicized 8 weeks after the vote.
Kyrgyzstan's ombudsman Tursunbek Akun, who is visiting Baku, held a press conference in the media center on September 28th. Akun pointed out that he attended a meeting with Central Asian and South Caucasian ombudsman in Tbilisi a few days ago and was invited to come to Baku by the Azerbaijani ombudsman. The ombudsman first touched on the events leading up to the coup d'etat in Kyrgyzstan in April 2009 and explained that it was triggered by mass protests with social requirements that took place in Naryn province over the rise in energy prices. As a result, the oppositional leaders supporting the social requirements were arrested, and as a result, the people rose up against the government. In addition, the intervention of ousted President Bakiyev's brothers and family members in the government's activity and the weak management and poor socio-economic situation of the people made this coup unavoidable. Tursunbek Akun noted that the only law enforcement agencies and the interim period president work for the government. Touching upon the Kyrgyz-Uzbek conflict that erupted in the Osh province in the summer of this year, the ombudsman said that deadly confrontation was triggered by not only poor socio-economic conditions, but also the separatist groups who want to make Osh an autonomous province. The ombudsman also touched on the details of the imprisonment in Bishkek of Azerbaijan native Igor Khalilov, who also possesses British citizenship. Akun said this arrest was illegal and some groups wanted Khalilov to be put in prison. Akun said that he joined the protection of Igor Khalilov's rights in the 2nd month of his imprisonment. He appealed to the President Otunbayev several times and met Khalilov twice in the prison. Akun said, "We believe that Igor was innocent and the Bishkek City Court did in fact issue an acquittal verdict. As for Khalilov's passport not being returned to him, the ombudsman said it is a technical issue and the document will be returned."
A press conference on outcomes of Blogosphere 2010, the first forum of bloggers and new media specialists, was held in the Azerbaijan Media Center today. The forum was held in the Nabran village of Hudat region on September 10 to 12 this year. The forum's aim was to exchange practices in this sphere. The conference was organized by IT, Internet and Media Public Union, Barcamp Azerbaijan, and Azerbaijan Internet Forum. The conference was supported by the Open Society Institute Assistance Foundation, USAID, U.S. Embassy, Unibank, Counterpart, and Nexus. According to Blogosphere 2010 project coordinator Azer Nazarov, The participants of the discussions noted that the companies don't place advertisements in blogs. The quality level of blogs is low in the regions. Blogs and new media outlets aren't written professionally. Multimedia tools are not always used in the right way. There's a problem with blogs' permanence. 20 proposals were adopted to resolve these problems. Decisions were adopted on submitting an appeal to advertisement agencies for consideration to the capacity of blogs, providing internet for the regional libraries, appealing to the executive heads and other structures for the establishment of internet resource centers, reduction of tariffs by mobile operators for 3G services, and application of this in all the regions, provision of quality ADSL services in regions by internet providers. Organizational Committee of the Blogosphere 2010 intends to appeal to respective bodies regarding these issues.
Bakhtiar Hajiev, who wanted to register his candidacy in Yasamal Regional's 3rd election constituency number 17, prepared the necessary documents and provided them to Election Commission. However, he was not registered. The problem appeared after the candidate submitted documents on his working places and profit sources within the past year. Hajiev, who studied in USA in 2007 and 2009, worked in the World Bank Central Office and Education and Development Center while he was there. An electronic signature is shown in relevant documents, but the Constituency Election Commissions, Central Election Commission, and Justice Ministry do not consider these documents valid in Azerbaijan. In today's press conference, Bakhtiar Hajiev pointed out that the President signed a decree on electronic signature and documents on May 26, 2004. The Justice Minister asked 4 to 5 days to become familiarized with the aforementioned documents. The law has been in force for 6 years and relevant organizations have doubts about it. There are 40 days left until the elections and there is even less time left to the beginning of the election campaign, and I do not want to lose time, emphasized Hajiev. The candidate doesn't intend to give up and is going to defend his position. If they accept my documents with electronic signatures, it will be the first practice applying this law. Because I was told in the Ministry of Justice, notary offices, state agencies, and even banks that there is no practice in which this law was applied. The documents were also submitted to Central Election Commission. If the documents are considered legal, it will be for the first time that a document signed in a foreign country is accepted. If the documents are rejected, I will submit the translated versions of these 2 documents to Constituency Election Commission.